Hey guys, thanks for checking out the Bucked Up Podcast. If you wouldn't mind just hitting the subscribe button, sharing the video, we have new episodes coming out every Monday and Thursday. Enjoy.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked
Last
up.
night I
Now
saw
you have fucked up.
Jizza and Talib Kweli at the Blue Note Jazz Club with a jazz band perform like Liquid Swords and all like
That's dope. That's tough.
that shit was wild. Like any of that Wu-Tang shit I love. Like it just brings me back to my childhood and shit.
I feel
You know?
It's nostalgia. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's the same thing for me. You feel me? Like I have a lot of favorite artists from when I was like a kid that like I do not listen to, but if you put it on, like I'll definitely like jam to the shit. Like fucking like I used to listen to Soulja Boy. like
We all used to listen to Soulja
But Soulja Boy was hard. Like
Come on, man.
Soulja Boy was hard.
Hardest
Yeah.
out at one point.
Soulja Boy always releases like one song every
goes
couple of
crazy.
years and I'm like, shit, I actually
Yeah.
like he had that
Look at
shit
that
with
She Make It
Bow
Clap
Wow.
shit this year.
Yeah, he had that album with Bow Wow, and there was one song off it that I was like, "This is the only Bow Wow song I've ever listened to
Even
in my
Bow
life."
Wow
Shad
was going
Moss.
crazy on that joint.
Yeah,
Shad Moss.
Bow Wow was talking that shit on that shit.
Fucking
yeah,
Shad Moss,
it's
man.
fucking. I like all of it. Like, there's not a type of rap I don't like. That's why I was not so happy. But when we were playing your shit before, I was like, "Oh, I love that it's something different." Especially because one of my favorite songs, the one you have with Kevin George off
Yeah.
your album, that's like such a different style,
Yeah.
and I love that shit. That you don't have to stick
Appreciate
to
that.
one thing.
Yeah, no, I respect all music. I respect all.
You mind talking into the mic? Sorry, man.
I respect all music, so we like that type of music as well.
Yo, you just came back from fucking Chicago.
Yeah, we just came back.
We're in New York
Chicago.
City right now, but you just came back from Chicago.
We did Lyrical Lemonade over there.
How was that? Like,
That was definitely insane. That was crazy. Like growing up, we was listening to like Waka and shit. We was chilling with bro, like, you know what I'm saying, listening to him speak to us and shit. We was with him, the bros, Benny and them. So
yeah, you were up on stage with Benny.
yeah, that's the bro right there.
That's fucking wild.
Big BSF family.
How did you guys meet up?
So
You're not
initially-
Buffalo.
No. We from CT, Stanford, Connecticut.
Yep.
We initially met in CT. I don't remember what the fuck I was doing. Bro was at an event and it was his turn to do the events. We was doing these like weed kind of events and like we was just selling merchandise at him, Bornbaked shirts, hoodies, sweaters, hats, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And Benny happened to be at one of them joints and we gave bro some merch, we tapped in, and then long story short, we ended up tapping in at a whole nother show and then at a whole nother event, and then that event Benny was there. He was gonna do a show afterwards, and he ended up inviting us, and we ended up pulling up, like shit like that.
And that was how long ago?
That was probably 2019.
All right. Well, do you remember the first like? Is Benny your main Griselda?
Yeah, that's.
Do you remember your first like Benny track you ever heard?
I don't, man. We've been listening to Benny before.
Been on the Benny. Like
Yeah.
deadass.
Were you ever a Benny fan?
Like before I met them, I can honestly say nah. Like I wasn't a fan of him. It's just like I didn't know about him. There's two like
Right. There's
Like-
a difference. Like it's not like he wasn't a fan.
Yeah,
of him.
Nah,
Like,
I got
I
you.
wouldn't
he
say
just-
that.
You know, he didn't know. A lot of
Yeah.
people weren't knowledgeable about bro. Like they
He
didn't
is
know.
one.
Wasn't
They're one of
tapped
those
in.
artists that's like
Yeah.
when you know about him, you know everything
Yeah,
about
you
him.
know
But
that.
once
Yeah.
if you don't, it's like, oh, who's that?
Yeah,
like,
who's that? And then once you hear him, you're like, oh shit.
But that's what I fucking respect,
Yeah.
and that's I gotta give it, and he'll give it. That's West Side Gun, having Hitler wears Hermes like up on Times Square, having Hitler like just the
For
word
how many
like
months straight?
the fucking Chris Benoit shit. It's like he wanted to be not in the main. Like
Yeah.
it's not about that. The fucking it stands for itself.
Yeah, I just respect the culture, man. I respect how they brought back hip hop and that real gutter shit, that real street
They
shit.
really be talking that
like
shit.
real street shit, real drug talk, just like, really talking about what's really going on.
And they're like, there's no like fake in it. They're like, and they're real and they're kind.
Yeah, they got them Alchemist
not-
beats,
yeah.
Derringer beats going crazy.
They're fucking. I love like their shit's just like different. It's something that you're young. You were saying that you're young and you got like some grays and
Hell
shit.
yeah.
But like they were the first ones that they could like live a life and then rap about it afterwards.
Yeah.
It wasn't like young, like get in
yeah.
trouble early, like that shit.
This is like
it's
OG
different.
shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And that puts on a whole new wave of everybody.
for real.
Favorite Benny album.
Burden of proof.
All right, respect that. I respect that heavy. I love that. one.
Hard.
Plugs I met.
I respect that too.
Definitely.
Yeah, plugs I met. This nigga be playing that shit all the time, bro. Anytime I smoke with Sosa, like I'm trying to tell you, all the time.
So how'd you guys meet? Shout out Born and Baked.
Shout out Bornbaked.
Shout out Born Baked.
So-
How'd you guys meet? Like how did
Like,
you?
all right, so pretty much it was like this. Like, I gotta explain like how I met my mans first. You feel me? I gotta explain how the whole thing started. Pretty much, I was just going to college at the time. You feel me? I was an NCC nigga. Shouts out all the niggas at NCC. But you feel me? I was one of them niggas, and literally he was there. He was just going to school, and like pretty much he had an artist that was signed to him beforehand, like somebody that he was working with. You know what I'm saying? And he put him onto my music, and like he literally like came up to me and he just asked like, yo, like he just asked me a bunch of questions like, yo, you take this music shit serious, like shit like that. He was just handling business with my mans that was giving me a ride at the time, and you feel me? That's what it was. We just like I got his links and that was it. It was just up from there, and then pretty much like he heard my shit. Like I gave him access to like all my songs, so then he took me to the stew. You feel me? Like he was like, yeah, like come out, like I'll pay. Like he paid for my stew session, like straight cash. Like it was this is the first nigga ever to do this shit for me. Like I'm trying to tell you, like that's why I was like, what? Like I was like, okay, like cool. Like the nigga dropped 200 on me. Like you know that's nothing, but like he dropped 200 on me, and I'm just like, okay, like he really believed in me. So then literally pulled up on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? He drove us over there, and that was the first time I met him. Like. The first time I met him, he just pulled up, showed me mad love. He was like, yo, I heard some of your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear some more. Like, he said, like, your shit go hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just keep going. And then I, like, just put him on to everything that I had at the time. Like, anything that I had, I just put it on the way there, like, on the way to the studio. And he was just excited. He was like, yo, like he looked at me. He was like, yo, that shit is fire. Like, he said, like, all right, like, I got big hopes for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can make something work. He said we gotta tap in, and then boom.
Once I met him in the studio, I started hearing that shit. I seen the potential. I'm like, bro, that shit, I know I'm gonna hop on there on some whole different shit.
Yeah.
So like you gonna do that on the hook, I'm gonna hop on some gritty shit. I'm talking about shit on there. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, I know this is gonna sound so good because at the end of the day, it's just like diversifying this shit. Like my fans still gonna fuck with it. And then now you got his fans on it. So now we got all type of fans. You know what I'm saying? It's not just sticking to one genre. It's like you really fucking this shit up right now. This shit sounds crazy.
Your tape that you just dropped, album or tape?
I would say EP.
EP?
Yep.
You hopped on so many like different styles.
so many
that shit,
different
it showed your
styles.
versatility in that. And that was a great fucking project.
Yeah, that project is on all platforms. Murder in the First Degree, E-Murda.
And so you started Born Baked with
With Sosa, yeah.
how long?
We started that shit probably like 6 years ago, probably like 2015.
And were you making music throughout that time?
Nah. I was always rapping. I've been rapping since I was like 11 years old. My step pops that died, rest in peace, Jose. He
Rest
put
in
me
peace.
on the rapping and shit. And he would just have me freestyle as a little kid, just throwing beats. I would be trash as hell. And then, you know what I'm saying? To the point where he would force me to rap. Like, he would sit there and freestyle too. So I would just end up being like, yo, this shit is so hard. I would hop on it. We used to listen to like a lot of battle rapping and shit. Like Meek Mill growing up, like battle rap Meek Mill with the nappy braids, like knew all his shit. Like Cassidy was hot, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I came up like rapping, but I wasn't really ever recording my music. I never really took it serious. Like we were pretty much in the streets and shit. Like it wasn't really that. You know what I'm saying? I never really said, I'm gonna sit down and do this rap shit till probably like 2019, 2020. Probably like 2019.
After you met Benny or pre?
Nah, before that.
That makes sense. Like you saying like battle rap, me like early, like that makes sense with your style and like
Yeah.
growing up with that shit. That's really
Yeah.
like ingrained.
And that's why I
in
be
you.
like making sure I got bars on my shit. Like when you hear my music, you're gonna be like, oh shit,
Yeah,
he's saying some
yeah.
shit on there.
Who were you listening to? Because your style is different. Like
Back when I first started rapping,
or not? Yeah, like or who are you listening to like growing up and shit?
oh, growing up, it was definitely Future. Like all my friends, anybody that knows me, like it could be anybody. Like if you knew me in 2015, I was listening to a Future song. Like I promise you, it was nothing else but Future. And then another big inspiration was actually Wiz Khalifa. I fucked with Wiz Khalifa. Like it wasn't even his music. It was just how he was as a person and like
For
you know
real.
what I'm saying. Like
He's one of the reasons I don't smoke tobacco and shit.
Yeah,
He's
like,
favorite player.
literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
Wiz told me how to do the witch hat and all that.
For yeah.
Roll up the Ross perfectly. That's all I smoke.
That's it. That's all you need, to be honest. If you smoking gas, it's all you need, bro. You don't need no backwood. People be thinking backwoods make you higher.
That's just the hype.
That's
man.
the
I don't-
head rush.
Well, that's a tobacco addiction.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
that's
cigarette
literally what it is.
That's the
addiction. It's
nicotine.
like, and once you break that, you're like, oh shit. Like you take a
I was
step
smoking
back.
some
Yeah.
bullshit this whole time.
Because being healthy is important. About like,
I
You
can't
smoke
talk,
a
bro.
nice
I'm
joint, you're-
young and
you're
dumb.
just-
yeah, but you're fucking thin and shit. Like I guess like I'm built like. I run a lot and I'm just built like this. Like I fucking like I gotta take care of myself because it's not working out otherwise. My genetics aren't helping.
Nah, you got it. You got it. Nah, yo, that was hilarious.
I fucking. But with Future, my mom put me on to Future.
Yeah, talk about it, Sam.
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit,
so-
this kid is hilarious.
Fucking my
Nah,
for
nah.
real.
Oh shit.
got
So
it,
my
bro.
mom loved Lil Wayne. Like that was her
Wayne
favorite
was the
rapper.
GOAT.
That was
Yeah,
her
hell
favorite.
That was my
And
brother's
so
favorite.
she would always put on Lil Wayne Pandora.
Oh shit.
And Future would come on that
yeah.
shit early fucking Future. And then
Oh,
she'd be like,
man.
"Do you know this guy Future?" And then I'd be like,
Come
"Yeah."
on, talk
And I'd
about it,
fucking I'd fucking go and I'd look up his like early mixtapes and then I got all into that shit cuz I was
nah.
about that like just trying to find the new artists. Like Young Thug, I remember downloading his first tape ever before.
Young
it
Thug was so hard
like-
when he first came out. It
Yeah.
didn't make sense. Like you like at first
Young Thug, you're still hard. His
He
new
still
song,
is hard.
His
No,
new
this is
song,
the thing.
TikTok,
You still hard,
that's
my fault.
what-
He's still like bro,
Big
what?
fan of
So
this
much fun.
podcast. No, I'm just
So much
kidding.
fun. So much fun is deadass my favorite album by him. But like this is my thing. When he first came out, it was like everybody was making fun of him. They were like, yo, like what the fuck? Like what is this? Blah blah blah. And then like it's like, yo, his music goes hard. Like and he's talking that shit. And then it just gets better and better as it goes on, as he like ages, it's like his music gets better.
Well, that's why I fucking love the Benny shit, the like Griselda shit, the Young Thug shit.
Yeah.
I like just revolutionary, like, oh, this is so
Shit
different
that's
than
changing.
anything else. And
Yeah.
I'll like, it doesn't
Right.
matter really what it is.
It's just
like,
if you being yourself, I'm fucking with it.
yeah.
If you being yourself and it's not no weird shit, it's like I respect it. I respect the art. I respect the craft. You know.
Well,
It's-
that's why I really respected when your music was played, because I fuck with that heavy. We were talking about Pierre, like,
yeah, like
not
bro,
that you like.
he's
you-
top
you-
5 for me.
Yeah.
He's not my favorite, but he's top 5.
But you guys having a project together, like, I cannot wait to hear that shit, because it shows
Yeah,
that
bro.
you're not just about like if you listen to BSF,
No, I'm telling
so
you.
many different artists on that shit.
Mhm.
Drum work is the best for that. Conway, because he signs like Jay Skis.
Mhm.
There's fucking Love the Genius, like
Yeah,
wild
Griselda.
different, not like not like hearted, like more lyrical shit, like J. Cole, Lauryn Hill shit.
Yeah, it's different.
Did you? So you weren't rap. When did you take it seriously?
I think I dropped E-Murda, which was my first tape. December of 2019.
What made you take it seriously?
I've already been recording for like a year and shit, like playing around, but I didn't want to drop music until it sounded properly. Like I spent some good money on my first tape because of the fact that I needed it mix and master properly. I was trying to make sure that certain things were done, even though it was just my first tape, and it was just something I had to do and get it out the way and keep working.
I'm gonna steal that joint for you.
I was making sure that it was good quality music.
was
You know what I'm
passing
saying?
it?
That was gonna be timeless.
I was not paying attention, bro. I was literally like zoned out.
Oh, I thought you were.
So what?
But why, like, when you started like a year, what made you be like, nah, I am taking this seriously. I am putting my shit into this.
So, one, the feedback, people like, yo, you hard as shit. So I'm like, yo, say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always knew that I was hard as shit. I'm not gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying?
1 out of 10 niggas.
Well,
snitching.
that's like not. I really. This is with all respect, but like, I know who you fuck with. Like, I saw your Instagram, and when he sent me your album, I was like, I feel like you know good shit. I'm gonna just listen to it because I get sent a lot of music to listen
Right.
to, but I was like, I'm gonna give this a fucking. And I was like, oh shit,
Appreciate
like,
that.
This is different, like very different, and I
Yeah.
love that shit. Same with
appreciate
when
that.
you were playing that shit right
Yeah,
there,
I'm
like
telling you.
this is dope. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And that's why we clicked off right away, me and Nyj. It was just like perfect. I'm like, damn, this shit different. And at the time, I wasn't really like in my bag the way I am now. Like, I wasn't really able to like, I was just beginning, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know how to like structure hooks and shit like that. He's hopping on it like more melodic. He got the hooks on smash. He doing all this other shit I'm not doing. He making his own beats, so he's swagging them so fire, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, this is it right here. Like, we gonna fuck with bro.
Like it's crazy because when they met me, like I didn't like making beats. Like I that was the first thing I learned, but like I didn't like making beats that much. And then like Sosa just literally told me, he's like, yo, kid, like get in
He
the
told
stew,
this nigga, get on
make
it, man. We need
beats.
some
like
beats.
he was like, make your own beats, bro.
are you hard on your shit?
Like the thing is that like I'm my worst critic when it comes to music, and it's like if I get tired of it, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to work on it. Like that's my worst trait. I'll say that. But like, that
You
doesn't
think that's a
happen too
bad
often.
trait?
Like the thing is, it's like I kind of write myself off before I even give myself a chance. You get what I'm saying?
Are you hard on yourself?
Uh,
On your work?
yeah. I'm not, like, I have some, and I probably have like 50 songs right now, but we ain't gonna release probably but like 10 or 15 of them till them shits get right. You know what I'm saying? I try to make sure that like every time you hear one of my verses, it never could be like, that was whack. It's gonna be a hard verse every single time. Like
Gotta
every
be.
single verse I
Gotta
ever
be.
put out there is gonna be one of those.
I feel like that's beneficial more than detrimental, though.
Yeah.
Like being hard, like being not be able to sit down and relax for like more than a day.
Oh yeah.
Like you guys coming here after coming back from Chicago, coming to New York
I ain't
City
gonna lie,
here,
like, we probably had
that
like
shows that like.
20 hours of sleep in the past month.
But that's what's gonna get you into like a
Yeah,
push you, you know.
That's it.
Fact.
Me
It's
go,
non-stop
yeah.
grind mode.
It's the footwork, bro.
We could rest later.
So what made you take that into rap? That serious, like, all right, it's 2019. I'm gonna put money into this.
It
I'm
was
really
just
gonna
time,
be serious.
man. It was time. Like, I remember we was fighting a case. I think they had just took my GPS off me, and we just like, man, we gotta start doing this shit. Like, my boy Sosa was just putting the pressure on me, like, yo, get on your shit, man. Like, get on your shit. Like, get on your shit, man. Let's start recording this and that. And then he was paying for my studio time too. Like, bro was just booking that shit. Like, yo, what's up? We got studio time this day and this day. That's the only way he was getting me in there. Because if not, I'm outside, I'm in the hood, we doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, bullshitting. And it was just like, he was on some militant shit. He was structuring me up. Like, it was like, nigga, let's go. Like, we got this right here. We got this right here. And I'm pulling up. I'm doing what I got to do. I get a little bottle. I'm crushing this shit. I'm writing some sick shit. I'm recording some good music. So eventually, we was like, yeah, we got to do this shit. Like, we got to really do this shit. So bro ended up saying, fuck it. And we ended up linking up with one of our engineers. And we ended up doing a studio at bro basement. So we don't even got to pay for the studio no more. Now it's an investment. We got our own studio. So ever since then, we just been working, recording, working with different artists, working, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's respect. Like,
Yeah.
because when you have someone else believe in your shit
Yeah, it's
too,
different.
like
It's different.
Ani and Irish, like look at where we are right
Nah,
now.
yeah, this is
Like
dope.
they really did believe in me. Like,
Thank you. We love you.
love you guys too. Like they believed in me early and fucking put the extra effort in.
Nah,
And
yeah,
when
this
someone
is
else,
very
like,
professional.
same with you, like same thing that you said, like when someone else believes in your shit too,
It's a
that's the
different
little
feeling.
bump
It's a
you need.
It's
crazy
almost that
feeling.
little push that you need to really take over.
Because we are like the people who want to create,
Yeah.
and we are self-critical. That's
Yeah.
why we're good, is because but we need someone else to be
Yeah.
like, you might be
I
self-critical,
just
but you're
tweeted
good
that the
too.
other
Good,
day, like,
yeah.
man, Sosa was making me make music when I was sad, when I was mad, when I was angry, when
Nah,
I was
deadass.
acting bipolar, when I was fucking whatever I was, man. Like, he's pushing me, like pushing me. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. I don't want to go in there and do, because I was just going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a lot. My brother was going through trial and shit, and he blew trial. They gave my blood brother 18 years in prison. So, you know what I'm saying? I was just going through a
Salute.
whole lot. I was in the streets, it's a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? So, at that time, I didn't want to record for shit. And bro was like, man, this is the time. You got to rap about this shit, man. Like, you got to go in there and tell your story, nigga. Like, you know you can rap. Like, everybody knows you can rap. The whole hood knows I rap. Like, everybody in my hood, like, I'll be outside and they will be like, yo, spit something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people, I got some homies that call me bars. I pull up on them, they don't call me murder to this day. They won't call me E, they don't call me murder, none of that shit.
He is not lying.
Bars, talk that shit, bars. I'm like, yo, stop calling me that shit, yo. Like,
This nigga be outside like rapping for 30 minutes, bro. Like, I'm not lying to you. Like, you'll just catch him rapping to
straight
any
rapping,
beat.
freestyling.
Like, yo, just put on
Right.
any beat. He's gonna start spitting, and it's gonna be like the most.
And I was doing that as a young boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my
Yeah.
hood, I was doing that because we had a lot of rappers in our hood. Like, there was my one nigga from the hood, Swagadoli. He's official. I got some shit coming out with him in December, or I think October, on a deluxe. That shit is ridiculous.
You said was when you were talking about like being sad, being angry. Was music the thing that got you out of it? What else? Like,
Yeah, it
because
was
I
definitely- it was definitely
fucking
music. Music, like, once I really sat there and really started tapping in, it was almost like, man, I don't give a fuck.
it's because I was a wicked angry, like just
Yeah, it's a
good
lot of
to
shit. I mean, it's a lot of
bullshitting,
shit that
doing
won't-
shit that
you
I
can't-
shouldn't be, just doing shit I shouldn't have been doing, bullshitting. But when I took myself seriously,
Yeah.
it was like, oh shit, I have something to work on and towards, and
you
I
can
don't
see with
feel
the
that
feedback.
anger
Yeah,
anymore.
you don't feel that
uh,
anger
like-
no more.
Cause that's real. That anger like kind of sits in you, and you sometimes before I was like, how the fuck do I get this out? But when you have like a muse to put it
A way
towards,
to cope.
for
Yeah.
real, yeah.
Music is definitely a way to cope with it for me.
You seem like a chill guy.
Me, I don't know.
Are you more sad than angry?
Nah, I wouldn't say. Like, I'm not sad. I'm not sad, but I'm definitely an angry nigga. Like, half the time I find myself doing dumb shit with my anger.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, I'll say that, but yeah, like I was saying, like, music is definitely, that's something where I could like express emotion. Like, if I'm sad, like, I've definitely made sad songs before. Like, you feel me?
Those be the best Nyj songs. The sad boy shit, man. Somebody break this guy heart.
Yo, nah.
You fuck with Rod Wave?
Huh?
You fuck with Rod Wave?
Yeah, I fuck with Rod Wave.
I fuck with
heard
Rod
niggas
Wave
talking that
I
heavy.
heard
shit.
some
Yeah.
Rod Wave, yeah.
I fuck with Rod Wave heavy.
My guys fuck with that shit.
It is funny though, cause he has like 6 albums now about his heart getting broken. And it's like,
I'm telling you.
that's what
He
I
done
mean.
made millions off them heartbreaks. I'm
Hey.
telling you something.
He's the fucking dude Adele on that
I
shit.
promise you, that's it right there.
Like, he got.
But
he got
you were
bread
saying
over it.
you like his broke songs. But when you were all sad and angry,
I
you
was
didn't
talking
want to.
that shit.
But you didn't want to get in the studio.
You
Nah,
really
yeah,
don't.
and I
Like,
wasn't. I
in front
wasn't.
of somebody. You don't. You really don't. It's like, yo, why?
I wasn't. You know, when I was on that type of time, there was like, it wasn't really like, it was almost like a heartbreak from the streets. Like it wasn't really like I was going through.
Yeah.
It was a different type of heartbreak, and it was just like, it was reality. Like sometimes you gotta just snap into it. Like, you know what? There's nothing you could do. It's out of your hands. Like it's out of your grasp, out of your reach. Like, so you just gotta move forward. You gotta move forward and prosper.
Yeah, it's not immediate. Something I really do like about comedy is like if I have a really shitty day and I have a show beforehand, I know that I'm gonna have a good show because I can use that immediately then.
Hell yeah.
And it's immediate gratification. Like with a song, I guess that's true because when you know you make a good, you just know, right? Like when a song,
You just know. You could kind of feel it. Like, yo, this shit is hard.
It's like you feel goosebumps from yourself. Once you
where
feel
do you think that comes from? Like, how do you know?
Like when I hear
It's
myself,
like intuition.
yeah. But it's like when I hear one of our songs and it's like, yo, like I can't believe we made this. That's when I'm like, okay, yeah, like this is it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like I know you like something that you had that you created. Like say it could be a basic ass drawing, but like you look back at it and you're like thinking about it. You're like, yo, this is actually tough. Like, yeah, it's kind of that type of shit.
But it's weird because you just kind of know. Like there's ones that you're like, nah, and then there's ones where it's like, all right, yeah, this is really it.
From the get go.
And it's so weird. It's like, do you guys like performing live?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Performing live is like the best way to interact with somebody.
Yeah.
With your music. Because it's like you get to be whatever the fuck you want to be on that stage.
Getting in front of that crowd. Yeah.
You get to be whatever.
How's bombing in front of, like, rap bombing?
Like, you talking about, like, embarrassing yourself?
Just, like, having a bad set where the audience is. I had a show at this place, this Chinese restaurant. There were 2 people in the audience. They didn't think there was going to be a comedy show. They did not want to hear my fucking jokes. Yeah, like, you ever, like, a bomb, like, where it's like, shit.
Holy.
I feel like I haven't done enough performances.
Yeah. It's bound to happen. Like, you're going to fuck up one day. Like, one day somebody, you're going to be in front of the wrong crowd, and then they're just going to...
But you were just in front of one of the craziest crowds that like
he really was. I texted him as soon as he posted that shit. I said, "Bro, I'm proud of you." Like,
in the video where he's like, "Bird, I'm about to go back in." That's just
we had the crowd going crazy. Like,
they had Sosa jumping.
We had people running from the back, running to come see Benny the Butcher perform. Man,
go back to your like. I don't know. Pre-rapping, just in your days where you feel like you were at your lowest, and then look to like that moment.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Did you know that something like that was gonna happen?
I swear to God, I did. I've just always felt this shit. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? I always manifest positivity, and I manifest greatness, and I manifest success every day. You know what I'm saying? Like. I read the book How to Think and Grow Rich, and that shit.
Who's that by?
Napoleon.
Could you write that down, Ani?
I forgot the author. I'm not too.
I love listening to audiobooks.
How to Think and Grow Rich.
Reading, I love all that shit. So I definitely.
That one right there, I'm telling you, it just makes you so much more confident in that little thought that you already had. Like that thought that you have, that's intuition, and like you gotta run with that. Like. When you're like, yeah, yo, I'm good at this shit. Like, whatever it is that you do, it doesn't matter what it is that you do. When you have that little thought, run with it.
Yeah,
that thought, that's intuition. You got to run with it. And when you do, it just works out. And you got to just manifest positivity and manifest success.
That's right.
And always believe in yourself and say you are going to do that shit. It's not about, you know, oh, I want to do it. No, yeah, you can let him want to do it and her want to do it. I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm getting it done.
It's just that you have to flip the own switch.
Yeah.
Flip your own switch in your
telling
brain.
you.
But there really is a day. There's like a day where it's like
you just gotta be
that,
patient.
post that. Yeah.
You just gotta be patient.
Do either of you have like a moment that you remember as like, all right, that's the day that it's like, this is different. I'm taking myself seriously.
Like that happened to me like 2 months after I started rapping. Like I'm not even lying. Like I had that little moment fast because it was like I just started noticing that like people were around me. Like I self-promoted and my friends would do it too, and I started noticing that people liked it. Like everybody's listening to it back to back. And then once I saw that, I was just like, yeah, I'm good. Like I could keep doing what the fuck I'm doing. That was like 3 years ago. Like literally.
Was there like you knew like one day, or was there like a performance or a rap, or just like
I remember for me I opened up for Lil Durk in Massachusetts, like 2017, before Durk had really blew up. I mean, he was always.
I mean, I
huge.
remember Dirk in the Sign
No,
to the
no, no,
Streets
no.
days.
I was
Those
about
were
to say,
like,
you know that we've been on Dirk since 2012. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Dirk,
yeah.
but
I
you
know
know what
what
I'm
you-
saying.
yeah.
Like when
He's at the longest
full-blown,
come up.
like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
superstar mode, grade
Literally.
A celebrity, like before that. And I had opened up for him, and it was a nice venue. It was like a nice little hood crowd. And when they heard my shit, I didn't even have that music released, so I couldn't even tell them what to follow and where to go listen. I was just performing, you know what I'm saying? And the crowd was going for it. Like they were fucking with it. And that's when I realized, like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely fuck with it. I'm gonna definitely do the music thing.
You've been tapped in with everyone for a long ass time.
Yeah, definitely.
Who was the like first person to give you a chance? Other than the person who's about to come in a little bit.
I want to say my boy Jay. My boy Jay. Definitely my boy Jay at 360 live booking. Jay is my homie. He definitely gave me like he was one of my sister's best friends at the time. Still is. We're very close friends. And she told him that I rap, and he's just he said, you know, like, all right, tell him pull up to the studio. He booked the session and he let me pull up. He let me record and shit. Like, he paid for my studio session, plus studios. We were in Orlando. Like, so I would definitely say Jay.
I feel like having the people like give you those, but you have to have like a self-confidence where it's like,
you gotta be
you
confident.
gotta believe in
You
your
gotta
shit.
pull up, believe in your shit.
And it is the intuition, the shit, because it's like, you know, automatically if someone believes in their shit
Right.
or not.
Right.
You know, like it's.
And that was probably like 2017, 2018, something like that.
Do you guys? So when did you guys start working on your project?
On the one that's coming out right now?
Yeah.
We probably started that project like 4 months ago, 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, like February.
We just be working on them. Like, I work on some different shit, and then one night he'll pull up and we'll work on some whole different tape shit. Like, I'll be working on my own tape or the deluxe to the tape. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fact.
And then he'll pull up, he'll work on some shit. So
We get busy. Like
Yeah.
it
Do you have a
was-
name
we
for
try
it?
to do a lot of work.
It's
For what?
for the tape.
Oh, for the tape?
Yeah.
What would the name be?
I don't know yet. We don't know yet. That's not.
That's
I don't know
that
yet.
needs to be
All
taken up
right.
with management.
Yo.
It needs to
I'm
be
pretty
taken
sure
up with
management is right. I'll
label.
ask him the same question when he gets on camera.
It's with the label. You know?
I'm just
They're
kidding.
charging me $750 a feature with E-Murda. That's crazy.
Telling you, man, he gotta pay.
$750. It's like wow.
Nah, we don't make him pay. He's on the label.
Yeah. He has to clean up afterwards.
I be recording it half the time, so it's like he'll just be like, "Yo, you want to hop on this?" And I'll be
Yeah,
like,
that's one thing about Nyj. He be engineering, he
Yeah.
be producing.
Oh, you know
he
all
writes
that
all his
shit.
music,
Mhm.
so
I do
everything.
like, bro. I just started making music on FL Studio, but like, Sosa he had a Mac, and the thing is, FL Studio like you can't really record on that shit. So he was like, "Yo, bro, you're gonna have to learn how to use Pro Tools and Logic." We had Pro Tools, we had Logic. I learned both. Like he made me learn it in like the span of like 6 months. Like,
Are you
he
like
had-
a good computer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always been since I was a kid. But like, he had me in there every day for 6. Like I want you to understand this. Every day for like the beginning of 2021 to like June. Every day, just in the stew. Like he was like, "Yo, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word?" Like every day.
But that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You have to put that 10,000 hours in. Like
It was
that's
crazy.
why it is crazy. Like you're on stage, but it's like that's why you're doing it.
Right.
Is because
Like this shit was not overnight.
being
Yeah.
talented
that
is like the
Most
ticket to
definitely.
play. Like being talented is like, all right, that's important.
Right.
But can
hard
you
work
outwork,
trumps talent.
Yeah, can you outwork everyone else?
Yeah.
Like, can for a long period of time
Right.
too. Like
Longevity.
a lot of people burn out.
Yeah, because a lot of it's not real. So all that real shit is gonna be here. It's never gonna go anywhere because when you hear it,
Facts.
it's gonna have substance. When you hear it, it's gonna have meaning behind it. You're gonna really feel it. It's almost like a feeling that you get with real music. And then that knick-knack shit that's like, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's just not it. It's just not gonna be around for too long.
No.
It might have its day now, but you know, that's a race. You'll win the race, but this is a marathon.
Yeah.
This is not a race.
Nah,
you know
it's
what
a
I'm saying? A lot of
marathon.
people
That's-
get it fucked up.
It's
But
chess,
that's-
not checkers.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Well, I feel like that's why you're creating something because you have a whole brand. Like,
yeah, Born Baked. Go check that out. Bornbakedempire.com.
You want to hop on?
Yeah, let's get my boy Sosa in here.
We're doing a little change. I do love the fucking brand. You guys are all repping
Appreciate
it. The
that, brother.
fucking dope as shit.
Yeah, we smokers over here. We got this bitch baked.
Yeah, we keep smoking.
Come on, we Born Baked.
This is called bucked up for a reason. Like,
on,
we're
man.
like it doesn't.
Born Baked took over bucked up, man. We're here high as shit.
Yo, thank you so much, man.
Definitely, man.
Do,
Shout out
how's the
Sam,
how's
man.
the camera? Do we need to adjust it, Ani? All right, cool. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, you could say I'm the Bornbaked CEO. Management, handle the record label, the clothes, all that. Name Sosa, you know. Mr. Make It Happen, gotta do what he gotta do.
Talk about it.
You guys create. That's what I mean. Is like we were talking about the marathon of it, like creating a brand, like that fucking helps you out so much. BSF
Hell
is the
yeah.
king of that. Like,
Hey, yo, cause like real shit, Born Baked, we really was like, you know, growing up, you have your little cliques, you know, growing up. So we was repping Born Baked since like 2010, 2011, like growing up. Cause my mans, he lived on a street called Corn Cake in my town. And you know, Corn Cake, we played with the words. We young potheads, 12, 13, getting high. And at our mom's house, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Corn Cake Born Baked.
We
So
like,
that's when
man,
we started
Born
that shit.
Baked.
So like this Born Baked shit,
We've
people
been
be
screaming
seeing
that
this shit.
for years.
We really Born Baked since 2010. It's getting high, you know what I'm saying? So like, this shit ain't overnight. Like bro was saying, it's a marathon. Like, yeah, the world seeing it now, cause you feel me? We young, so we was
Shit
doing,
look good,
you know what I'm saying?
but there's a lot of, you know, there's
Trials
a
and
lot
tribulations, you know
a lot
what I'm
of
saying?
shit that came with it. Like, bro caught a case, he went
Yeah,
down.
I had to
That's what
do-
made me really take off with the Born Baked shit, cause I was on papers. So when I came up back outside, they put me on a GPS.
How old were you?
Feel me? I went in. We both caught a case. We was in our senior year of high school. So like I'm 17, bro 18, cause my birthday in the summer. You know how some shit go. And then so like niggas ain't even let me graduate. Like on stage, they took my prom bread. I paid for prom. You know I ain't get none of that experience. You feel me? On some dumb shit. So I did a year and a half house arrest. Me and bro did. You feel me? He was able to leave. I wasn't cause I was 17 at the time.
Yeah, through
So,
the GPS
yeah,
on me.
GPS. You feel me?
Couldn't really leave nowhere crazy, but
We had to stay, you know what I'm saying, in town. Bro had curfew, you know how it is. But so I fought the case from the outside because I bonded out. You know, we got that lawyer bread. We not
I ain't gonna lie.
that next morning I'm out that bitch. We thugging
dropped
it.
bags, bro.
So you know what I'm saying? Young
you're-
nigga cash.
I remember my first bond was $250,000, and I had to stay
Mind
there
you,
for like
bro,
3
innocent.
days.
Bro,
You feel
innocent.
me? I had to stay
No
there for
evidence,
like 3
nothing.
days. We went in there, and my lawyer got it down to 125, and I bonded out by myself.
Shit, do
No
3%
mommy,
of that
no none
cash,
of that
nigga.
shit.
Do the
No
math of
mommy.
that.
Not even
5%.
3. I wish it was. That shit was like 9%, some shit like that. It
Do
was
the math on that,
It was
nigga.
$9,750.
That's
We 17 paying
And
that
they-
shit cash. Then we
I
got to pay a
had
lawyer
just turned
10
18. I had just turned 18. Like, it was the day that I turned myself in was legitimately 30 days, one exact month after my birthday. I wasn't 18 for 1 month. So it was looking bad.
But
you
like,
know
you
what
know,
I'm
you
saying?
gotta go through those times. We young, we was 17, high school shit. So those times made us who we are now on some real business, executive shit. Like we not
real
we're not
shit
little
in those
leagues.
moments. That's why I asked you. But like in those moments, looking to like
Nah, yeah, shit
on
was
stage,
crazy. I
like
would-
shit
Bro,
traveling.
I would
like,
not believe that shit now, bro. Shout
Nah,
out
yeah,
Benny the
like,
Butcher, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like,
Shout out to bro, yeah.
You feel me?
Shout
and
out
like,
to Benny, man.
I was sitting
Shout out to
in the
whole
room and
gang.
shit. I know you asked bro what was his first Benny song. Real shit. I came home, so I called my K17. I probably came home like 2019. I did 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, since I'm talking about that 2 year shit, the clothes before I went in. We started 24 shirts, white tees, like real shit. From the bottom, like just printed our shirts in
Some
the local
ghetto
store,
shit on big
some
white
hood shit.
tees.
You know what I'm saying? Like some real low budget shit. But I'm like,
Girls
yo,
asking, y'all got smalls? We got mediums.
we unorganized.
same logo, same logo.
Yeah.
Same logo.
We got mediums.
It's just it's
You
our
got
first
extra
run.
smalls?
Where-
We got mediums.
Where to sleep?
You feel me? So like, it was our first run ever trying to like really. We're gonna make this a brand now. We're gonna really move on how we gonna move. So like before I went in, I made that my plan. So we started off with 24 shirts. You can start off with anything, bro. It's just you gotta
Real
keep
shit.
going. It's the marathon. Shout out Nip or
Real
RP.
shit.
But so you feel me? We started 24 shirts, and then we did 50 hats right before I went in, and we couldn't even sell them, bro. We was sitting on them shits. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Real
you starting off, so like, and
A lot of
especially
people that said it was gonna support, they won't.
you know how it is when you
can't
start
give up.
off.
You can't get to blaming them and try to get rich off your family and friends. You gotta wait. You gotta wait that shit out. You gotta hustle. You gotta grind. You gotta go out there. You gotta show your worth. Man, we went to shows. We doing events everywhere. We
I
doing events
swear.
all over Massachusetts. We
doing
driving
3
3, 4
events every week.
hours. 3, 4, 5 hours. We driving to Vermont 6 hours. We driving to Maine.
That's
7.5.
respect. That's
7.5.
Shout
You
out
know
all
what I'm
them
saying?
East Coast, bro. I love everywhere. Don't get me
We
wrong.
really putting that footwork in New York. You know what I'm saying? We going to Jersey.
And we selling clothes. You know what I'm saying? So
Straight
no matter
clothes,
what,
nigga.
it's weed events. So like they really not gonna support you. How like they gonna like it? Don't get me
We
wrong.
really like the only clothing vendors
Only
in that
clothing,
bitch.
strictly clothes,
Doing
strictly
numbers.
clothes. And I'm trying to tell you bro, that's what made us different, and we kept going. You feel me? So
That's
like
it.
real shit. When I went in, like I said, I did 50 hats last. I couldn't even sell them shits. You know what I'm saying? Because you know when you start off, the people around you, you could know them on a personal level, but they're not gonna support you.
Yeah.
Even if your hat is $20 and they're gonna buy a hat for $100 because it says
I
Gucci
promise
or
you I
some
seen
bullshit.
this
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? So like I had to give it to bro. Like I'm going in tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He came to my house because I'm still on house arrest. So like
Come
bro
through, pick
went
them hats up, man.
when I'm doing my bid, doing my time. You get what I'm saying? My tribulations. I'm calling home. Niggas is like, yo, bro's going crazy. Like, you feel me? He's telling me, I'm obviously believing my mans.
I
You know what I'm
ain't
saying?
gonna
Like,
lie, I'm
like I'm
tapping
working. But he's like, yo, I just invested every dollar I had. I done invested just drop a 9-piece, 9 bands right now.
I'm like, fuck
strictly
the
clothes.
streets, bro. Like, we
feel me?
going all in with this clothes shit. I know what we about to do, bro. Like,
So like I'm sitting behind
'Cause
bars.
when you're that age, like that's
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
it
we
just wasn't it.
definitely mature for our age. So like, I'm calling back home, you know, checking in. And niggas is like, yo, the clothes is everywhere. Like y'all in 2 stores right now in different cities. I'm like, oh shit. Like, you know, I've always believed in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what type of people we are and like what we stand. So like, I knew it was gonna click. But when you behind bars and like, I wasn't even able to sell the merch a couple months ago. And I'm sitting behind bars, you know, I'm in there shit. You don't know what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? So like you call home, people telling you your dreams coming true, like, and I know my time is soon,
Real
you feel
shit.
me? I knew I was coming home, man. Shout out all them lifers I left.
How long into it did it start taking? Like,
I
did you
would
start realizing, oh shit?
Like when I was in their pod, like, cause I had to go through solitary confinement for a little, like, not being able to call home, like, no contact. So like, I probably didn't touch the phone for my first 5 months on some dumb shit. So like probably like 5-6 months, cause like when I went in, the next day, bro, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Cause like since I took the blame, cause bro was innocent. I pled guilty. They took the ankle bracelet off him. Like they was more lenient with him. So like next day, bro, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Investigating the shit.
ran with that one.
You feel me? Like cause nigga,
Once he went in and like,
cause
you
bro
know,
was
everything,
innocent.
pleaded.
So they had no evidence, nothing. They couldn't really do nothing. But so we just going crazy with the clothes. So when I came home, like I was saying to shout out BSF and shit. You feel me? I'm a Locks nigga. Like I grew up listening to D Block, Jada. I'm not switching fans because of this verses. No, nigga, I was that nigga 9 years old bumping the Locks. So like, you know what I'm saying? Triple white tees in the hood. I'm a little ass kid, boy. But feel me? My first song was the driver's seat. It's with 38 Special and Benny and Jada Kiss and Styles.
That song's so
I ain't gonna
great,
lie.
Yeah.
Cause I'm bumping Styles on YouTube and then like
Off
you know
of what, Shot and Stabbed?
all stabbed and shot. You feel
Stabbed
me?
and Shot.
So like
yeah.
YouTube,
We done
you know how
drove 5,000 miles with that song playing.
like that whole tape,
talking
bro.
about
Shout
we-
out 38 Special, all them guys.
I ain't gonna lie.
But like that's where I was like,
That was our go-to.
I'm bumping Styles P, and that just comes up on next on YouTube. You feel me? Like auto recommendation, whatever that shit
Yeah.
is. So I'm like, what the fuck? What's this? I said these niggas talking that shit I like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hearing Benny the. I'm like, oh yeah, and they from Buff. I never even heard this shit from. You know what I'm saying? Because Buff was in.
Not
They
gonna
brought the
lie.
spotlight to Buff. You feel me? Same
They
way
got
we gonna
that
bring this shit
shit
to CT, bro. This shit ain't
You
nothing.
still haven't been there yet.
I ain't never been to Buff. We
You
going real
gotta
soon,
go.
man.
We
Yeah,
going
you
soon,
gotta
for
go.
We're going
real
soon.
Yeah.
My boy Sandbar fucked the streets up in fucking West Side Day.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah, that's
man.
gonna
Y'all
be exciting as
Tap
shit.
in on his gram, man.
West Side
Sam.
Day Friday.
Bucket podcast.
You guys have so much fucking going. Are you gonna do like a tour of your own or something?
Oh, for sure. That'll definitely come.
It's definitely gonna come and play and shit. We just dropped the tape August 6th. You know what I'm saying? Murder in the First Degree, all platforms. E-Murda,
Yep.
MURDA,
Yep.
all platforms and shit. You know what I'm saying? But what's it called? The deluxe coming soon. We gonna fuck the streets up on that one. But yeah, the tour gonna come and shit. We gonna open up a few shows and shit. Like we might have some prizes on the Burden of Plugs tour. I don't know. Shit, nigga. Y'all just buy y'all tickets. That's
Buy y'all tickets
you
right
gonna
now.
See me, you know what I'm saying? Buy
We
y'all
gonna
tickets.
see.
Y'all tapping in.
When you got out, what and shit was like popping off? Were you like, oh shit, this is like I can really jump in this? now,
Nah,
like-
facts. You feel me? So like when I came home, bro, I didn't like the whole weed culture. Like that wasn't really a thing when I went in like the events and shit. So I came
Oh shit,
home.
so you had no idea.
I ain't had no
like-
idea what was going on, and you know we're not talking crazy. Like he not really telling me what's going on till I come home. He's like, bro, I go to these events twice a week. I'll drive here, this. I'll go to Queens. I would do some rooftop event. Like I'm tapped in with these promoters, and then
I'll
you
be
feel
in
me.
Queens one day and fucking middle of Massachusetts
The
the
next
next day.
Worcester, you know all them places. Holyoke. We was
Touching
there every
down.
week.
Worcester.
What? Oh, Worcester.
Worcester.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Worcester.
Worcester.
We was
Okay.
calling that bitch
Yeah,
Worcester.
I'm illiterate as hell.
We Spanish.
But real shit though, and then like that avenue.
I
'cause,
live right by there, so I feel like I
Man,
should.
shout out Mass. We love y'all.
Yeah, we definitely got
But,
some
So
big
like you
bucks
feel
out
me?
there. Shout out to mine.
We selling clothes and this weed event like that's making us different. And then there's rappers sometimes at these shits. So I done met
Yeah,
we done
we
met
met a lot of-
countless
a lot of
dudes that love this because we're close
legendary
and that
guys,
we're
man.
different. You get what I'm saying?
Tapped in
And
with
then they
Jada.
tapping in Jada Kiss. We done met
Tapped
Joel
in
Ortiz.
Joel Ortiz.
R-
Rest in
RP
peace, my
Fred the
nigga Fred
Godson.
the Godson.
Shout out.
Real nigga,
Yeah.
man.
Real nigga.
That's
Fred
a
was
real
official.
nigga right there, man. Official.
Official.
Like that was my real homie. Like on some
Real
besides
Bronx
the rap
bars.
shit. Like he was a real. He definitely gave me a chance too. Like he heard my music and he was fucking with me. Like he was fucking with me hard. Like he gave me a chance. He was about to give me a feature and everything. Like we was about to work. Like we was on some
studio
back
was
and
booked.
forth shit.
Studio
Like
was booked for that month.
shit
You know
is
what I'm saying?
crazy
It's just
how
that
shit
whole
played
COVID
out.
shit played out and
That was
all
yeah,
other
that
shit.
was-
You know what I'm saying?
That was real sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Rest in peace, Fred the Godson.
Rest in peace.
countless rappers we done met off this clothes shit, off the hitting these events, you know what I'm saying? Because they just loving, like, yo, these young dudes is hustling and being different. That's why in this world, just be yourself. And
Outworking.
Yeah,
Like
you gotta outwork the competition and be yourself.
Be
and be
yourself.
real. Like
That's it.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
being
trying to
nice
force none of
dudes,
that
like-
shit.
It's not that hard,
Keep
bro.
it 100.
Positivity gonna always outcome all that
Keep it
negative
100,
shit.
man.
yeah.
All that funny shit.
That's
Leave
dead.
that shit at home.
But like you did, like BSF does so much shit. Like shout out Tony, shout out City Boy. Like They have fucking. They have
Them
fucking
niggas really
like
giving back to the
athletes.
community.
They have they got
BSF,
everything.
big sports firm.
Big sports firm.
They got fucking everything.
Them niggas doing old mad shit for the community, back to school shit, like West Side Gun Day.
I'm telling
That
you.
mad event, that whole day, they giving back.
The backpacks, all that shit.
Free
Griselda
backpacks and
giving
free
back.
watches, and so
BSF
kids could be
giving
fly.
back.
Cause them niggas know how it was back in the day. Like, you know, we really from the gutter. So like that first day back to school, you want to be fly, but sometimes your family don't got it. So now that they in that position, Conway got his own fucking day. Just cause all the shit he do for the community. Just cause niggas
For
don't
real.
document it on.
That shit
Cause
hard.
we done shit. We be
We
doing
even-
shit too.
yeah, we be doing food drives and all that
yeah.
when it comes
Clothes in the
down to it,
wintertime
like,
for coats.
And that'll happen.
Thanksgiving.
Nah, we done
do
them,
that
bro.
right
I
now.
No, I mean like the recognition.
No,
of,
yeah,
like,
yeah, of
all
course.
that
We don't
shit,
even-
but,
Bro,
like,
it be like
I
the
don't
thing
even
is
care
we
about
don't
the
want the
recognition.
recognition because like
It
I
is
don't have
what
my
it is.
probation officer tell me like we could get this on the news. I could get the community like
It's
not the
just like-
community but like I could get this on the local newspaper and shit like
As
that.
long as we know we're actually helping those families that need that help.
I don't want to put no
That's
camera in
enough for
people's
me.
faces when we helping them. and
We're
make
really
them feel
from
bad
those
about
trenches.
themselves.
Like I know how it feel to have that person trying to document all this shit, and you don't want all that on camera. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Sometimes it's just more organic when you just do it.
But like as you said, like Conway getting the Conway, the
No, that's
machine
huge.
day.
That's huge.
That is a real thing because it
huge.
gets the recognition,
That's a
and
fact.
that in
Of
itself
course, in itself,
will
when it
grow
comes.
Just
Of
like
course.
West Side Gun Day, it's a thing where like it's become big, so they can.
But
do
you can
that
promise
shit, but,
yourself
like,
they've been doing that for a long time already.
And Conway
what I'm saying?
had like
You know what I'm saying? Before, and that's what I'm saying.
Before
like
this rap shit.
he wasn't
Yeah.
documenting it himself.
No, it wasn't about.
You know what I'm
that,
saying?
yeah.
It wasn't ever about
Them
that. And
niggas
that's
is
what
too
it is.
genuine.
But now it's blown up so big out of proportion that you can't. It's gonna get recorded. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
it's like-
and that's amazing because it's spreading the positivity.
When you're making the music for yourself, like you're going through a really fucking hard time, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna make. You're not like, oh, what are other people gonna listen
yeah,
to?
yeah, you don't
you're
care
like,
about none of that shit.
nah, this is
It's
I'm
like,
doing
yo,
this
I'm
for
about
me.
to- yeah.
That's when people actually do enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's
it's
the
so
same.
much more
Same
natural.
thing with the recognition is gonna come when it's like you're
Right.
doing this for the people. It's
Right,
not
right,
for
The
this
recognition.
podcast. Like when I did it because I wanted to have the conversations I wanted to have. That's what works. Not like
Not what
oh, who,
anybody else
like-
wanted.
like,
yeah,
who's
what
gonna-
everybody else was doing.
that shit's not. No one wants
not
that,
gonna work.
and you can tell.
Yeah, you can feel it.
tell when someone's
You can
phony
feel it
with
when
that
it's
shit.
when it's not official. You can feel it
Yeah.
always.
And they need like it's crazy. It shows like Buffalo is such a city that no one really thinks about, and that they can really make a big difference
They're making a huge
independently.
difference.
Like
Independent. That's the biggest
that's
part.
the biggest thing is it's all independent.
Everybody knows about Buffalo now.
And you guys have fucking you're doing it independent. Like the
Yeah.
hard work, the like when I hear as a comedian, when I hear a comedian go like, "Oh, I don't want to do that mic or show that's like an hour away."
Nah,
I'm like, "All right, I like to kind of dismiss them. It's
Yeah,
like you don't
dismiss 'em.
you
You're
don't
not
serious
get
about
the,
that shit.
like
You're not hungry
you
enough.
have to be
An
able
hour
to
away.
That ain't
That's a
shit.
fucking joke.
Nah, like Buffalo. I'm so thankful to go to Buffalo, but I'm driving 7 hours for that show. It's like,
Yeah.
who gives a
You
shit?
gotta
Like
put in the
that's
work.
and also, a lot of people don't want to be alone with their thoughts driving for
Yeah,
that
for
long.
that long, because you know what I'm saying. They
Because you
don't-
were when you were locked up, you were probably doing those events alone. It's like it's cool that you guys have each other to drive
Yeah.
around with too, because that
Hell yeah.
that's some real shit.
We just did a 14-hour drive last night.
14
You know what I'm
hours.
saying? We split that
Split
7-7.
that bitch 7 straight.
Because even 7, some people not even built to do the
I
7.
promise
No.
you. You think you are, you say you are, you're not doing it.
Not really, nah. That's what
You get what I'm saying? Like-
yeah, people say they could do. That's why it's like
It
the
sounds
marathon. It's like,
It's a
can you do
marathon.
it with
Right.
longevity?
Right.
Because trust when coming up, you know, people, everyone, they want to say they going to do this. I'm going to be a rapper, this, that. They
Man,
don't take
get
this shit
to it.
serious.
I bet
Nobody
a lot
invest
of
in
people are
themselves.
asking you shit now that never
Yeah,
bought that shit.
exactly.
like-
You know that. You
A
know how
lot
that
of
shit
people
goes.
are trying to do a whole lot of,
Jibber jabber.
you know. Can I curse on here?
You can say, well, yeah, we're smoking weed on it. We're talking about.
There's a lot of dick riding going on.
For real. Yeah.
No, I was just making sure.
It's true though. Oh, one of my biggest pet, and I don't talk. I try not to be like negative on this shit, but like one of my biggest pet peeves is like when people are like, "Oh, like have me on this shit." It's like, oh, I saw you at a show. Like, oh, you didn't book me on that show. Like, oh, like I saw you had that shit. It's like, nah,
No support for the show.
I
but you
see
wanna
what's
come on the
real.
show,
Like,
though.
I see what's real.
Come on.
Like,
You can always feel it.
it's the same thing. Like, I knew like all genuine. Like we met through
real
online
shit,
and shit.
Sam, niggas talking about how like some dudes don't even want to go an hour ride or maybe go a little early to maybe see the rapper coming in the event because it's little steps you got to do. No one's gonna tell you how to do this shit. Nigga, Sam, I came across Sam on some. He went to the Benny pop up. I think it was like a month or two ago in July. That nigga I remember this nigga Jake or Tony threw them nigga threw Sam up at like. I guess bro was there at 7 in the morning or 8 in the morning,
Yeah, I was
dedicated.
the first one
Real
there.
shit. Nah,
I
real
was the
shit.
first one
That's
there.
Mind you, the
hard.
event started like at 3 p.m. Real shit.
That's hard.
But that's what he did because
That's dedication.
that's what you gotta do. Like
Driving
it's the hustle.
any of the fucking before any of this podcast shit, before any of this thing was any of this shit was a thing. I met Conway outside of a show. I went early. And
See?
this
I be trying
is
to
when
tell y'all
I was
dudes.
smoking. This was early. This was maybe a 200-person venue. Fucking, I was smoking backwoods. I didn't have enough weed, so I would put backwoods guts and the weed in it. And he was
Just for
outside, and he was like, "Let me take a hit of that blunt." And he hit it. He's like, "You keep this one." Like, knew it was trash. Knew that was trash. Still smoking backwoods at that time. But we talked for 40 minutes about like he was a fan of comedy, and I asked him about like he talked about being locked up and living with Derringer and West Side having this like vision of everything that was gonna happen. This is even before any of that shit actually did happen.
Telling you,
because they believed in
manifesting
themselves.
shit, man.
Manifest to put that money behind them because they
And
knew.
look at like, and that's why I'll talk to any like, I love that shit. And Griselda is like a movement that's so weird because it's not just music.
Facts. But that's why your platform, Bucket Podcast, get at them. Because this shit is good for the culture because you giving niggas chances. You know what I'm saying? You giving people a chance to come up here and talk to them.
Yeah, I
Like,
appreciate
just-
you for
gotta be-
having us.
You gotta take niggas. He gotta take you serious. You just gotta put the work in. He gonna meet you halfway. Sam gonna invite you. He not gonna invite
Put that
nobody
work
that's
in.
not putting in work. Fuck he look like. But
Put
that's
that
kids,
work in.
kids want handouts. You gotta work for this shit. Sam talking about he went early to these events. Shit, you gotta do. He done met
Yeah.
Conway, one of the biggest in the game right now. Shit, niggas. A lot of niggas pay to go see the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it's because he put the work in.
You gotta put the work in, man. That
You were
shit is not
talking about
overnight.
knowing people early, like
Yeah.
rest in peace, Fredo. Like knowing people, going to meet people. Like I met Rick Ross when I was 16. And
Gangsta.
I came to that show with my dad. My dad took me to see Wu-Tang
Jeez.
Clan when I was
Shout- yo,
12.
this
Jeez,
dude-
shit,
Like,
man.
Yo,
It-
Sam's dad's a
it
G.
has to be instilled. where
Your
it's
parents
like,
hard, yo.
You fucking.
His mom put him on the future.
Mom put him on the future.
Nah,
Yo, my mom would go to
Sam
every-
cultured, man.
My mom
Trying
would
to
go
tell
to.
y'all something.
She would go to. We would go to every single Lil Wayne concert together. I saw her and T.I. and PNB.
You from Mass your whole life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, different parts of Mass,
Okay,
but Mass
yeah.
my whole life.
That's what's up.
And it's crazy how much rap is coming up in Mass now.
Yeah, shout out Mills. Shout out Last Days.
Shout out
Um,
SD Knack, Al Davino. Shout out
Fabian.
Hidden Character.
Anybody I missed, no feelings hurt, but you feel me?
Yo,
It's
yo.
just niggas I done met. You know what I'm saying? All them niggas is bar spitters. Fabian,
Yeah, they
Last
hard.
Days, Real Street Dudes, Mills. You know what I'm saying? Like Mills just dropped a tape a couple days ago. He sounded so rapsy, Jada Kiss. Like y'all working.
Crazy track on there with Butch.
Butch. We was in the
G
studio that night.
Herbo.
Yeah, he got
And that
some
shit with
track.
Herbo Emotions. You feel me? But
Yeah.
that we was there when Mills did that feature with Benny.
Oh, for real?
Because that was the same
Did you
day.
know him beforehand?
Real, if I could die right now if I'm lying. Mills, you feel me? I done met bro a few times because we was going to them weed events. All them Jada Kiss,
And
two
he does
O's.
those,
He
like,
does those.
yeah.
So I met him mad times through that. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel me? Niggas knew Jada like before that fuck the music shit. So like Mills walks in the room, we smoking with Rick Hyde, me, E, and my nigga Chase Fetty from Jersey, tap in, real bar spitter.
Chase
But-
Fetty's fucking.
Yeah.
Chase Fetty's hard.
Gangster.
bang, bang, bang.
Love to talk to him
Yeah,
sometimes.
y'all know
Ad-libs,
me.
man.
Y'all know
He
me.
got my favorite ad-libs.
But you feel me? We at quads, you know what I'm saying? Where Tupac got shot and shit, smoking. Mills come in the room like, where I know y'all from? To me and E. So like,
Because we kept seeing him at
'cause
these
he kept
events.
seeing
Yeah,
us, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And face recognition. I tell y'all niggas the footwork. Get to them,
Footwork,
go to them
man.
places.
For real.
You get what I'm saying?
Get
So
to
he's
those
like,
places,
where do
man,
I,
whatever it is
where
that
do
you
I
doing.
know you from? Mind you, I'm listening to this nigga on the way
Every
to the
fucking
studio.
damn-
I'm a
yeah.
fan of him. Like, I like the culture, you feel me? I'm a fan of Mills. So he like, oh shit, you right. I'm wearing Bornbaked, you know, the clothing brand. I'm wearing this shit every day. He like, oh shit, I do remember y'all. Because it's just face recognition.
Shout out to Bornbaked.
It's so funny. I have so many stories where it's like, just put in the footwork. Like, it's all about who you know and connections and networking more than like I was there
Putting
for
that
the
effort in.
day opening of Buffalo Kids.
Yeah, that's
the
hard.
day
That's
opening
hard.
there. I would have never had like AA Rashid or Fuck Next Week, or I like met so many people. Like,
yeah, that's what it's all about.
it's just like
This Friday, you going to be networking in there.
it's
Big networking.
all you gotta do. That's why, like, when I was like 16, I got in a wicked bad like hockey accident. Fucking tried to impress a girl, dumb shit. Had level
Nasty
5,
work.
stupid shit.
Man, fuck that bitch.
Level 5 out of 5 concussion. Had to lay in a dark room.
Oh
like
my
no
God.
music, no TV.
Ain't no shorty worth that, but keep talking.
Nothing. All I could do was listen to like stand up and podcasts. And then when I came out, I was
bro.
like, oh
That's
shit.
what I want to do.
And like for real, like this, I know we're talking about the footwork and that might be weird to some people listening, but it's like if I could go back to 16-year-old me and like hear this
Yeah, that's
and be
different.
like, nah, they keep talking about it, maybe I will do it. Like that's all it's about. Like I just want people
Pushing
to
yourself.
just follow their shit, like follow their dream, like follow their vision, their passion, cuz like for real, that's all that matters. That's what
Yeah.
it's all about.
'Cause
Doing what you love.
Fuck, niggas be nowadays, you know, the younger generation and shit. It's more of like the social media presence. Like, yeah, that's important, whatever, but like, don't buy no fake followers and like that's bozo.
Oh,
shit.
that shit's
that
so.
shit irks the fuck
No,
out of me.
and you can tell
You could
immediately.
tell.
I know immediately if someone's account is
You could
real.
tell, bro.
Like,
You can buy YouTube views, and I can tell the shit out of that.
That's a
Like,
fact.
Yeah, because you have 75,000 more views in one day.
yeah.
Come
And
on,
the videos are all like
You didn't
Russian
post this shit
names
nowhere.
on the
Yeah,
comments
like
and
them
shit.
Middle Eastern
A bunch
accounts,
of
and
bots on
weirdo
the
shit.
comments.
So like, you feel me? I just made my gram 4 months ago. I didn't have a gram since 2013, 2012. You get what I'm saying? But like, it's niggas will look at your followers and be like, oh, like bro, look at my, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't
But
about the
my main
It
followers.
purpose-
isn't. Nah. It's about who who
Yeah.
fucks with you.
But
Man,
just
put
keep
that
going.
work in. We got more
Yeah.
dollars than followers, man. That
That's
little
it.
follower shit.
Yeah.
Everybody worry about that follower shit.
Man, support your local people, man.
It's like
That's-
who's gonna answer
That's
when
it.
you
Shout out
fucking
to
message
Stanford,
them? Not
Connecticut.
like
203.
yeah.
Stanford CT. Like, there's a lot of CT. We gonna go crazy. There's a lot of us out there. Shout out my boy Kevin George going crazy in LA.
Definitely, man.
Going
Man, that
crazy.
track is so hard.
Yeah, it's
that
track
you
3.
guys-
That
Just
shit
let it
hard.
go.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you gotta put the work in. The only niggas want, it's $1 million industry. You gotta put the bread up, bro.
What's up next for you guys?
Definitely, we about to go on tour with Benny. Feel me? Burning the plugs. You gonna see us. We might be a special guest 1 or 2 days. You never know. I'm trying to tell y'all, buy your tickets. And, you know
Buy
what
your
I'm saying?
tickets, man. This shit's
we
gonna be
we
crazy.
there every date though, but we gonna drop a
22
deluxe
cities.
tape.
You gonna see me in the Boston date.
Trust you gonna see my boy Bucket podcast, my boy Sam.
Say that.
But you know, we dropped Murder in the First Degree, so we gonna drop a deluxe in like 3 weeks, early October and shit. It's gonna be at least 10 tracks minimum. The merch going crazy. We're gonna be at them.
The merch is crazy. I love that
So, like,
design.
Yeah,
yeah.
Bornbaked, man.
Any Benny event, all them
We're gonna have
concerts,
to do some
we gonna be there.
Bornbaked bucked up shit.
So you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Good
Well,
collab.
Definitely. Yeah, we do that shit.
Hell yeah.
And then what? The dude that was talking before me, Bornbaked Nyj, he gonna have a tape December for y'all
You wanna hop back in for the end of it?
at
banger.
Bornbaked Nyj and at YJ at
You know what I'm
on
saying? Follow
Instagram
me,
and shit.
Follow me on everything. You know what I'm saying? Go on my SoundCloud. My SoundCloud fire.
Pull up.
And then I'm going all platforms. All platforms. You know that.
I got 2 microphones right now. 2 mics. Let's see.
That shit hooked you.
This is worth it. This is bucked up. We don't edit shit.
It's actually tough.
But yeah, man. Bornbaked _CEO is my gram. Bornbaked _Empire on the gram is the clothing. Follow us. Or you could just deadass Google Bornbaked. That shit gonna come up. Our website. Merch
Shit
going
copyrighted.
crazy. Fall edition about to drop early October. All new clothes for the tour. Catch us on all them dates. You need merch. We there. We got that shit on us. We gonna have a booth. Tap in. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Get them tickets for that tour. But just tap in. We doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, bros.
Team
music
gonna
going
eat.
crazy.
You know that. Follow me on the gram. You know what I'm saying? Bornbaked Nyj, NYJ. You feel me? And then SoundCloud BBE Nyj, and then you feel me? Apple Music. You can look me up. Same thing. Feel me? I'm gonna be tapped in
Dope.
soon.
Bro,
I
we're gonna
can't
have a
wait
tape for
to-
y'all in December.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
it.
Can't wait to hear that shit, bro. Because everything I heard, I stand behind. Fucking dope. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I
All
really
love, man.
appreciate
I
this.
appreciate that, bro.
Yo, Buck, I'm telling y'all, give this watching a year, man. The bro going crazy. Fuck, like I love the podcast. I'm talking crazy right now, but love the podcast. But y'all gotta see him on some comedy shit too, cause he's really funny as fuck.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
you know what I'm
This
saying?
nigga had
Look,
us crying for
look.
like 20 minutes, bro.
Follow him on the gram. Any of his shows, get high real quick and go have a laugh, nigga. This nigga
feel me?
funny.
Definitely get high.
And
Get high with
definitely
me before.
Get high with him.
You know what I'm saying? Take some
Hit
psychedelics.
me up
if you
on
do that.
Yeah, for real.
If you do
for
some
real.
psychedelics, definitely do that and watch this nigga.
If
I
you guys have
promise you.
mushrooms or weed, I'll do it with you.
Yeah, you know that.
That's my man.
I'm all about it. I'm all about it, man.
All right.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you guys. Peace out, everyone.